we go. Final race for the MLRA, the Comp Cam Super Dirt Series. Just about set to go green. Manville and Gotchel will bring this feature to green. .33 of Manville lead them down the back straightaway for the opening lap. Gotchel runs it second. Timms is third. Stovall fourth. Fifth place, you pick it between the 18 and the F5. Lap one will go to the 33. Stay clean and green and put it in the books. Manville, Gotchel, Stovall, Timms, Albertson. Your top five. Sullivan runs sixth. Billy Moyer up off the pace in four. Moyer off the pace in four, and the caution will wave for the 21. You certainly don't see that every day. Billy Moyer slows in four. Manville. It'll be up to him to get us started anywhere he wants over in 3 and 4. Reed is back out. Here we go. Manville, Gotchel, Stovall third. Timms there slips back to fourth on the restart. Go to the outside. They're 3 wide. Fourth, fifth, and sixth. Sullivan, Albertson, Timms. Manville out front. Gotchel, Stovall second and third. Manville, Stovall, Gotchel. Stovall trying to get around the 4. Bradley Gotchel, Randy Timms off the pace. 4 wide off 2. 4 wide for fifth off turn 2. They won't stay that way very long. Stovall up and over the berm at 2. Gotchel will get right in front of him. Yes, he'll now go back to the low side. A little bobble there by the double zebra. He'll relinquish that second spot and give it to the 4 of Gotchel. Albertson runs fourth, fifth. Now the 1 of Will Vaught, Jack Sullivan, and J.C. Wyman there. They're both right there, the 18 of the 4. Hot on the tire tracks to the 1, Will Vaught. Wyman will now give a look to the inside. Wyman and Vaught briefly touching 1. Vaught will slip up to the top side. Sullivan will cross back underneath them. They're almost 3 wide down the back straightaway. Down into turns 3 and 4. Stovall back in front of the 4 of Gotchel for the second spot. Brantley will go to third. Albertson is fourth. Gotchel will slide for the bottom all the way up to the top of the track and hang on to that third spot. Albertson fourth. Wyman now fifth. Sullivan sixth. Hunter Rassin is going to have to get on the pump if he wants to secure this championship and steal it away. Jack Sullivan, your points leader for the Comp Cam Series. Stovall's clinched the MLRA crown. Manville, Stovall. Fourth is Gotchel. Fifth is Albertson. Third is Gotchel. Fourth is Albertson. Fifth is Wyman. Manville put the 93 of Mason over. Kramer down a lap here, running on lap number 13. Stovall, that second spot. Albertson down to third. Gotchel slips back to fourth, and Wyman runs fifth. Sixth is the 18 of Sullivan. Seventh is the 32 of Simpson. Eighth is Bobby Pierce. Ninth is Vaught, and 10th is the 91 of Jason Papich. Manville, 2 lap cars dead ahead. Stovall runs in second, Alberson third, Wyman fourth, Chris Simpson fifth, Gottschall sixth, Pierce seventh, eighth is Sullivan, ninth is Vaught, 10th is Papich. Pretty good action back there in that 6 through 10. Kramer up and over the berm in turn 4. Stovall now closing the gap on Manville. Jesse Stovall going to work. Tim Manville having a little trouble lapping some cars down to 3. There's only 1 lap car between the 00 and the 33. Stovall, he's got a clear track ahead of him. Tim Manville's going to have to make a decision. It's decision time for Manville. Stovall up to the top side. Races on for the lead in lap traffic. Stovall snookers Manville and takes over the top spot. This is Stovall off turn 4, new race leader. Timmy Manville right back to work in the center of 1 and 2. Stovall smelled blood in the water and he pounced. Stovall, Manville. Third place, now the F5 of Garrett Alberson. Lap 20, Stovall to the lead. Spinner in 58, Dave Eckrich in turn 3. And the caution is out for the 58. We're set to roll. Stovall first on the gas to bring us back to racing here on lap number 23. On the restart, Alberson has jumped up into that second spot, so that'll shove Manville back to third. Not so fast, they're side by side. Wheel to wheel and door to door through turns 1 and 2. Timmy Manville picks that spot back away from Alberson. Bobby Pierce almost getting in a tussle right there. He'll lose a couple of spots. Good to Pierce there to keep handle on his race car. Last time by in 2. Stovall, Manville, Alberson, Simpson and Wyman. Caution is out. 4 cars involved in turn 2. So the caution waves. Mason Overkramer, Kyle Beard, Brian Shirley, and Peyton Looney. Timmy Manville and Garrett Alberson get us back going once again. Stovall gets us started in 3 and 4. We're racing once again. Tough start that time for J.C. Wyman to lose a couple of spots and slide back outside of the top 5. Manville and Alberson will go wheel to wheel for that second spot. Manville will have it at the line just barely, half a car ahead of the F5 of Garrett Alberson, who's in third. Simpson is fourth. And Jack Sullivan in the 18 is now 5th. Bobby Pierce runs 6th, 7th, and 8th. Wilmot, Brentley, Gottschall. 9th is Wyman, 10th, Papich. Best race right now for second between the F5 and the 33. Manville will take that spot. He'll fight it and get it back away from the F5 of Alberson. So Stovall out front now. He holds about a 3/4 straightaway advantage over the 33. The F5 of Alberson is in third. 4th is Simpson. 5th is Sullivan. Stovall rocking and rolling, going for a fall national sweep 2 years in a row. He was really working it on the top side that time by. He'll slow her way down, cut the corner off of 4. Jesse Stovall going to work. Back up on the top side. He'll hammer the berm right through the moisture. Check out this line by the 0. Easy does it. He'll tiptoe through the black ice at 3 and 4. Manville second. Now Chris Simpson to third. So Chris Simpson has moved up to third. We're inside of the final 20 laps to go here this evening. Oh, trouble over in turn 1 and 2. Whitwell involved, Phillips involved, Pospisil, Brown, Shirley, and Jason Papich. Stovall, Manville, and Simpson, your top 3. Caution, lights are out. Here we go once more. Stovall, Simpson, Manville. Here comes Bobby Pierce. Pierce trying to stick his nose in there and make it 3 wide for second. Bobby Pierce going to work right up on the top side. Chris Simpson will jump up there and take his line away. Manville second, Simpson third, Pierce fourth, Albertson now 5th. Stovall, Manville, Simpson, Pierce, and Albertson. They are the top 5. Stovall's knocked down 8 wins this season, looking for number 9 here this evening. Jesse liking the diamond there, cut the corner off turn 4. Back to work. He'll run that black diamond hard through turns 1 and 2. And ever so gingerly, he'll tiptoe through 3 and off of 4. Stovall, Simpson, Manville, and Pierce. Jesse Stovall putting on a clinic here tonight. No other way to put it. The most dominant car this weekend, the most dominant car tonight, looking to sweep the Fall Nationals for back-to-back seasons and claim his first ever series championship. It will become official in 10 laps. He'll pull to the back of the 93 of Mason Oberkramer. Simpson, Chris Simpson in second, Manville third. Bobby Pierce is fourth. Garrett Albertson on that F5 runs in 5th, Sullivan 6th. Jack Sullivan still out front, your Comp Camp Super Dirt Series champion if the race ended right now. We'll see how it plays out here in the waning stages of this one. Bobby Pierce closing in on Chris Simpson. So a pair of 32s doing battle for second and third. Stovall out of lap traffic ahead of him. There's now only 2 lap cars between the 00 and the 32. Over Kramer, all sorts of out of shape, exiting two that time. Ahead of your second and third place cars. Pearson out of second. Bobby Pierce to second. So that puts Chris Simpson to third. Here comes Bobby Pierce getting out of charge on the top side. Pierce now trying to reel in Stovall. Bobby Pierce on the charge late in this one. Lap 45, the fastest of the night for Pierce. Last time by, he ran 3/10 better than Stovall. Here comes Bobby Pierce for the lead. Holy smokes! What a show tonight here in Wheatland. Last time by, Bobby Pierce at a 17.0. He ran a full second better than Stovall. Down to 3 and 4. Could Bobby Pierce sweep in and steal the thunder here tonight? It's going to come right down to the wire. This one's really good. It's took a while to develop. Stovall over the berm in 2. Here comes Pierce to the lead. Stovall now back to the low side through 3 and 4. We're going to come this time to the white flag for Bobby Pierce. Pierce hitting a 32 on the top side. Stovall trying to mount a feverish charge. This one's going to be all Bobby Pierce. Are you kidding me? Pierce gets it done. Stovall runs second and secures the championship. Back through the field. He'll cross the line to make it official. Jack Sullivan will win the Comp Camps title. Unbelievable. If that is not the most talented young racer in dirt late model racing, I don't know who it would be. What a charge from 18th to win the 32 of Bobby Pierce. From 18th to win, let's hear it for the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. I don't know overall if the race tonight stacked up to as good as the race was a night ago, but this finish, wow. We'll get Bobby Pierce over here. Bobby, first off, it wouldn't be a night for you racing at Wheatland if you didn't have to come from deep in the field. You've certainly earned every good performance here. What did you see late that you thought would give you the advantage to get around Jesse?
I didn't think I'd be able to get around him. He was so perfect on the top, and he could even maneuver around 3 and 4 really good too. And I saw some lap cars in the way, and I was like, well, this might be my chance if I get one. And it just felt really good to get the win. He jumped the cushion over there, and it's really easy to do at this place. It's so deceiving. The wall's about 5 feet back from where the track ends, and you think you can keep going, but it ends and you fall off. And I was just trying not to do that, trying not to make a mistake once I got the lead on that last lap. And to lead only the last lap is kind of crazy. I just got to give a big thanks to my family and my crew and all my sponsors, Burgers Marina, Pro Power, Advanced Shocks, Carnegie Towing, All Get Incorporated, Champion Spark Plugs, AR Bodies, Premier Waste Services. I'm sure there's some I'm forgetting, but big thanks to these guys for putting on the show. And it was a really nice racetrack, so it was a lot of fun.
Was your race car good throughout the entire night, or was there a certain point that you felt like it came to you where your car met the track conditions?
We were fast at the feature time, just like last night. We just can't get these hard tires to hook up when it's slimy. I don't know what it is, if we're cutting them wrong or what, but we just can't get them to fire until later on in the race. And that's why I like the longer races. Our tires normally take that long run to get going, and I didn't really like to see those cautions, but at the same time, I needed a bunch of field back up. But it was big thanks for the fans for coming out, and congrats to Jesse on the win last night and second tonight. And I'm just glad that we were one spot better tonight, so it's a lot of fun.
Final question for you. This is win 23 for you this year. Have any of your previous 22 wins, have you ever just led the last lap?
Oh, man. There was one this year that I can remember was LaSalle, the Summer National. I didn't lead any of the laps until the final last couple feet, I think. So that was kind of interesting. But I always love the last few lap passes. You know, it's really exciting, and there's a lot of pressure on the line. You know, tonight there was more money, so I'm just glad we got the job done. It was a lot of fun.
Bobby, I think we've seen the kind of a movement here the past year. I think you can carry the flag for dirt late model racing for generations to come. You're one hell of a driver, and I thoroughly love watching you race, and I think these fans do too.
Yeah, thank you. And you know, earlier in the heat race, I got into Gavin. I went over there and talked to him. It was my fault. It was really slimy down there in turn 1, and I didn't mean to do that. But you know, I'm glad I got the car fixed and got it going again. And yeah, it's just it's really cool. This has been a crazy year so far, and we got a couple races left this year, so hopefully we can get some more wins.
All right, Andy's Frozen Custard Victory Lane. It's all Bobby Pierce here tonight.